Hey everybody, it's the Late Prepper coming to you guys with a video review on a very awesome little rifle I got. And when I say little, that's a lie. But it's a rifle I got for just the vibes, retro and everything else. And especially thanks to a YouTuber that I do follow on YouTube, Mr. FAL Man. Every time I watch his live streams, that man is got the most nicest looking FAL I've seen, especially with the paint job he's done to it. It's like that gives off the vibes. That's all I can say is the vibes. But let's go ahead and start with this one I got. It's the DS Arms Bush Warrior 18-inch barrel. And we'll go ahead and start with showing that this rifle is in fact unloaded. Nothing in the chamber. We'll start from front to the back, which is all I do in my videos. Giggity. So we have the standard muzzle brake here. Nothing too special. It's just a standard brake, helps do reduce recoil. And with the cuts on it, it helps kind of throw the rifle straight into your shoulder so it's more stable. And as we go further back, you get a sling. Some of them will have sling mounts right here on the barrel. This is stiff, which I like. I prefer to have it stay stiff than just flailing around. And then further back we go, we got the front sight housing. As you can see, your front sight is right there. You can use a live round to adjust your elevation, which I need to do on this rifle. I've took it to the range quite a few times. I just haven't had a chance to upload a video of me shooting it. And then of course you have your gas block here. You have the shut-off valve here to lob grenades or dummy rounds, as we have here for civilian market. The way it works is you can take a tool or you can use a round. You just push in right here on this piece and this little end will pop out, and then you just rotate it over to shut off the gas line to the block. To dismantle the gas control, you push this in and then you bring it down and this will pop out and the piston will come out. And if I remember to do it, I'll definitely show you guys in the video of how to do it. Here's your gas control settings, which is very nice to have if you're shooting suppressed or if you're going to go and throw this thing in the mud just to test the theory of how well the rifle works. That is very nice to have. And of course, since this is a DS Arms, this is a US made, mold injected, I believe mold injected or just fiberglass made handguard. Very nice. I'm going to be honest, very nice and sturdy. I am thinking about looking into upgrading it, but right now parts for this stuff is quite more expensive than my Remington. Haha, jokes. And then we're going to get down to the main gut here. We have the main receiver and the trigger group control here. And the way this rifle dismantles is very cool, but we'll get to it here in a bit. As you can see, there's not too much here on the side. You have your magazine release over here on the bottom, and we'll get to the other side here in a bit. And I just want to work my way down. We have the rear sight. Now, DS Arms has multiple different FALs. You have all sorts of styles, and they are going to have different rear sights. This one came with a fixed little peep sight, which personally I'm not too hip on, but I'm slowly adapting to it and getting good at it. I'm definitely, like I said, I just got to readjust my front sight, and I do need to readjust this rear sight to get a little bit better zeroing. And again, you get the fiberglass pistol grip and stock as well. And this stock does come in handy because the way this system works, it runs off of a recoil rod. Or not even a recoil rod, but a recoiling system that's very different. So in here in this stock, there's a long tube that houses the two springs for the bolt to go back and forth on, which is very amazing. And then as we get over here, here's the operating side. You have the charging handle here. And again, depending on which one you buy, it'll have a different style of charging handle. Personally, I'd rather have the old school handle that just sticks out because I prefer that, but this isn't too bad. I'm slowly getting used to it. Oh, excuse me. And of course, you have the bolt catch, magazine release, and the safety selector here. This lever right here is the takedown. So if you push it in, pops open like a car hood. Dust cover comes off, and then of course, like I said, this runs off of a special system. Oh, there we go. My bolt gets stuck. I think it's just because it's new, takes time to break in. And again, like I said, the recoiling system's quite different. To put it all back together, all you gotta do is voila. And again, unloaded. This rifle is very nice to have, and like I said, I will show you guys how to take the piston out. So all you gotta do is push this in without having a sling or anything in the way. Rotate that. There we go. So here's the gas control, or well, you know, the shut-off system for the grenade launcher, and here's the piston. Quite a little springy little guy. And then of course putting it back together is a little, there we go. Doesn't require too much, you know, finesse with the gun. It's just a simple put together and go. And this rifle is very nice to have. It's just the other thing I want to point out is the magazines. But real quick, I forgot to mention, when you buy a DS Arms FAL, you come with a hard case. You come with the sling, which personally it's not really, you know, something to write home about, but it's actually a good sling. It gets the job done. And then you come with a 20 round plastic mag. Personally, I don't like these too well. I did use this magazine once and then chucked it because when I was at the range, I had it fully loaded and seating it in was just very stiff. I mean, you can still use the mags. I just rather have something that just goes in than have to like force the living snot out of it to get in. So I went with getting, you know, the classic surplus mags. So these are the FAL 20 round mags. There are also 30 round mags, and Pro Mag also makes a drum for it, but we know how Pro Mag is. But yeah, I want to give you guys a heads up though. These surplus mags, they're getting to be kind of hard to find, and when you do find them, they are very, very expensive. A shop not too far from where I live had a couple of these mags for sale, and I managed to snag 4 of these, but the problem was these things cost me like, I think $45 each, so I bought 4, and that totaled up to about $171. So yeah, it ate the crap out of me. I could have just got a few, but I'm addicted to having, you know, an even number. Even though I have 5 in total, but I don't count that one as a 5th mag. I just count that as a display. But I also want to give you guys a heads up. These magazines are starting to kind of run dry, and people are finding them left and right. And the problem is it's the bottom of the barrel. So you're going to find them in quite questionable conditions. As, hold on, I'm trying to find one of them. I got them right here beside me. I'm just trying to find a good example. So like, here's another 20 round magazine. As you can see in the lighting, there's like a little bit of like a discoloring here. And of course where some rust ate some of the bluing, and I think right in there, that's a good example right there. I believe that's a little bit of rust and a little bit of dirt mixed in, which I'll take a screwdriver here and scrape it to double check if I can find one. Don't use a screwdriver, by the way, kids. I just using a screwdriver because, oh yeah, there we go. As you can see, that is a little bit of dirt and a little bit of questionable stuff, but yeah. So yeah, the magazines are getting a little kind of tricky to find here and there. When you do find them, they're going to be in quite questionable conditions. I'm sure there's some places out there that have really good ones, but other than that, yeah, that's going to be it. And of course, I'm sure some of you are questioning, why do you have your chest rig out? I know some people are going to ask me, well, can you put the FAL mags in here? And I'm about to find out. So I'm going to take that out of the way. And the magazine. And let's see, let's just take a loaded one and see how well it'll fit. It probably won't fit too well as this plastic stuff's in the way, so we're going to try a different housing. Yeah. It's not going to fit, but at least we tried. Also, I do have an updated video coming out for the chest rig. I haven't added too much new things except the, I got a new hydration bladder put in. And of course, another patch. I like patches a lot. Again, I'm thinking about setting up a P.O. box for you guys to ship out, like, you know, fan mail and all that stuff. Or just to have some fun. I don't know. We'll see how that goes down the road. But other than that, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I sure as well am looking forward to uploading, uploading a video of me shooting this FAL for you guys. And when I say uploading a video, it's going to be a short, but other than that, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, do feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'm not your dad. And as always, stay sexy, stay strapped. Prepper out.